Hey, good evening. What's crack-a-lacking, gorgeous ones? Well, we're filming this evening and we've got the Christmas tree going, a few Christmas carols, and I'm super excited because I have Tim with me today.
Hi.
Timothy. Is it Blackburn? Or is
Yeah,
it
Blackburn.
Timothy
Yeah.
Blackburn's here. It's really a long story, actually. It's a great story because we went to the same school, didn't we?
We did, yeah.
Yeah,
Long
and
time
I
ago.
know his wife very well, the gorgeous Catherine, and we all went to the same school and grew up sort of together. But they've got a better memory than I have. My memory's like terrible, but I'm so glad because Tim has come a long way and he's been doing a lot of creative things, haven't you, Tim? Would you like to tell the waiting audience what's been going on with you and your fabulousness?
Yeah, it's a very, very long story. I was
Yes.
making music pretty much after secondary school.
Right.
Didn't do very much for a long time. And then when you could start making computer music, got a computer and started writing songs.
Oh,
It's a long time ago now, but
yeah.
and I'm sort of on and off still doing it.
Yeah. And do you come from a musical background?
My brother played the guitar.
Oh.
He was sort of self-taught, so I always wanted to sort of play the guitar myself, but I could never get the coordination right. Could never, and found out like it's the early 80s, I think now, that you could buy synthesizers that you could sort of play one note and make some music on it. So I did that. I think I got a drum machine, little tiny thing from Kay's catalogue that my mum had and things like that. Yeah, so I bought one of those, and we had a sort of cassette recorder at home, and I was writing loads of songs and recorded them in my bedroom.
Oh wow!
So it's a long time ago now.
I could just imagine like being in your bedroom and you're stretching your imagination.
Yeah, I think that's what it was really, because like I didn't sort of do much or go out much when I was sort of young. A few mates and whatever, football and things like that. But I think because my brother would sort of listen to records, LP records, or heavy rock records, and things like Motorhead and things like that.
Motorhead,
and sort of play guitar, and I go, how can I make that sort of sound? And, and realise, buy this thing, this little tiny box with a keyboard on it, you can make thousands of sounds and things like that. So do loads and loads of stuff with it. And again, as I think a lot of kids used to do, just sit and write an exercise books and make your own songs, recorded them. Ended up with about 5 or 6 tapes, the old cassette tapes.
Oh, I love those. Novelties, aren't they? I used to have stacks of them all labelled up with all the music, and you had them in alphabetical order. You knew where every single one was, and every single song was on the cassette.
Yeah, so I used to do so. I've still got those sort of knocking around from a long time ago, but it was just didn't really do much after I went to uni. Because I didn't really have the chance and didn't really have the, I don't know, a lot of people sort of played live or in bands and things like that, but just me on my own, singing my own songs with a little synthesizer and drum machine, so it didn't really get me very far, really. With a few people were in a band, they used to play sort of gigs at the old primary school and things like Burn the Wanderers Social Club, about Wanderers Social Club at Burn Park.
Oh, I remember Burn Park.
Yeah, so we did a gig there, and that was it really for a long time afterwards.
Oh wow!
It's quite weird, really.
Well, what was it like? I mean, I sang in the past myself, and you call it singing. But what was it like? How did you feel when you were going in somewhere to entertain people?
I think it was going back a long, long time ago. It was sort of quite weird because I was sort of quite a sort of nervous and shy person. Didn't have a lot of friends and things like that. And I was really quiet, so I sort of stood at the back playing the keyboards and things like that. But it's sort of, fast forward to now, I've done like about 20 or 30 gigs and open mics in the last 18 months because sort of fast forward, getting into doing stuff on computers. I gradually got into sort of remixing other people's tracks. I think the most sort of famous is, do you remember Thompson Twins?
Yes, I do. The music was great.
Well, there's the lead singer there, Tom Bailey, Thompson Twins. He started doing different sorts of music after they sort of broke up, and I ended up remixing one of his tracks for him through remixing somebody else's, and then on the same record label doing his. So that's sort of, it's still out on the internet and various things like that now. That was about sort of 15 years
great.
ago.
Oh, that's amazing.
Doing that, so
yeah.
so getting a bit of confidence and things.
Yes, of course.
And,
yeah.
and when that dried up a few years ago, sort of 4 or 5 years ago, and what I did, I thought, well, I wonder what those songs are like, the ones I did years and years ago.
Yeah.
And I wonder if I can still write sort of songs like I did then.
Yeah.
You know. So.
What do you think you could if you?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
It was quite weird because I thought, well, I must have been able to write songs then so many years, 30 odd years ago.
Yes.
So I must know how to write a song, but it's whether it was any good or anything like that. So I just sort of started doing stuff on the computer and putting little tunes together and sort of going back. Actually, I'd still got the exercise books that I've got all the lyrics in, and so I put the lyrics over the new songs, and this sort of worked really.
Well, you meant to do. It's like that's like the Prince effect, because he did something like that, didn't he? When he was younger, then archived everything, and then he happened to find it all again, and sort of added it to his new material. Incredible! I think that's you know, to have that gift. I you know, because I used to think, I know every like in the morning, so like 3 o'clock in the morning, I always wake up with music in my head. It's funny, isn't it? So I write it all down and just think, right, I'll use that. You know, I'm doing a video or something like that, or an unusual song, but at 3 o'clock every other night, I get like music, wake up with music. It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, because I sort of ended up like writing bits of things, and then you'd sort of get to late at night, and you think, well, I'll just write those lyrics down, and think just before you go to bed, and things like that, thinking, that's really good, you know, that sounds good, I don't want to forget that. But sometimes you don't do it, and then you forget the next bit the next morning.
Yeah, and you were performing not so long ago, weren't you? Was it in Manchester?
Well, I was in HMV in the Arndale in Manchester, I
didn't know HMV was still open. I love that stuff. I've got some good memories in HMV.
Yeah, I think I have as well, because like in Bolton, where like you go there every Saturday, and you're sort of spending money and things like that.
Look through all the LPs, you know, and I love doing that. Everybody was in there, weren't they?
Lots and lots of things in there. But I think what happened with HMV, because everyone's sort of buying streaming stuff and not needing record shops so much, I think they all closed, a lot of them went bust,
really?
and I think they got taken over a few years ago by some sort of investment company or something, who saved some of the old stores, like the big ones in Manchester and things like that, and part of the deal for saving and keeping them open was encouraging local bands and musicians to come in and play in store.
That's a great idea.
You didn't get paid for it, but it sort of got local music.
Got the music out there and getting people together.
That's
because I think music is therapeutic. Good music. You know, because like I bet yours has a really nice, sometimes a story to tell and really good lyrics and things like that.
I hope so. Because I sort of wanted to, when I started writing again, I wanted to write about something, just not like in the old days, write about all sorts of stuff, but do something proper. So I ended up sort of doing, I guess, what you call the concept album, really, which was about the village of Port Sunlight over by Liverpool. I don't know if you've sort of heard of it. It's a really old village. It was sort of set up, I think, in like the sort of 1800s. There was a factory, you know, Sunlight soap, the famous sort of soap brand.
Oh,
used to
yes.
have adverts
Sunlight, I remember.
Yeah,
My goodness, with a baby or something.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes, that's right.
So there were, I think the village was built for the workers, and round here you've got Leverhulme Park, and you've got like Lever Park Drive up here.
Yes.
Well, that's named after Lord Lever or Lord Leverhulme.
Yes,
so
that's
in connection, so the bloke who started the soap factory, so Port Sunlight was the village for his workers.
Yes.
So they've kept it really old-fashioned and things like that, and we've been like for a few days out there. And I've sort of wanted to write about something, so I got all these ideas from sort of walking around taking videos of and the album that I did. So I brought you a copy today.
Oh, brilliant! Yeah, because you're going to sing for us, aren't you?
So
Can't wait for that.
So it's about that village, and the songs sort of, I wanted to make them catchy. I listened to loads of sort of pop songs, not modern pop songs, but older pop songs.
Oh yeah, good songs.
So to try and find out how they worked, and I wrote that album.
Wow. And what's the name of the album?
It's called Sunlight. The
Sunlight.
album. It's got. I'll show you after. It's got a photo
Yes.
of the part of the village on it and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, well, if we can write songs like that, you know, it's good. Why not try and do them live? Because when I was younger, I didn't have the nerve or the courage, or whatever, to play my own songs and things like that. So what I decided to do, a friend of ours who's an actor and a musician said, oh, you need to try sort of open mics and things like open mic nights in pubs. So I thought, why would anyone want like open mics when everyone stands there with a guitar, but me turning up with a laptop and a keyboard and things like that. So you know, people want this guitarist or tribute acts and things like that in the pubs. So I just tried it. There was one in Bolton, somebody who's like, I think he was 15 years old. I mean, his dad ran this open mic, and I said, I'll play there as long as everyone's really okay and not going to start having a go and being critical. Yes. And he said, oh, come along, and his dad said, oh, it's great, played, and absolutely loved it. It was great, got a really good reception, even though it was me singing in the laptop and things like that. Apart from one young lad came up to me and said, when I was starting off, he said, "Are you the DJ then for the?" Because everyone else turned up with the guitar
yes, of course,
and things like that, and just singers and things with backing tracks, and then me with a laptop and things like that. So.
Oh well, you came to entertain. You did well.
Yeah,
they enjoyed it.
Yeah,
you want to be entertained, and you just want that escape.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, you know, a few people sort of commented and said, "Oh, it's, you know, we really like it." So it gave me a bit more courage and things like that, and
the confidence,
and to do that, and again, I've done things like open mic nights that led on to other things, you know, proper gigs, I guess, and playing at different places. Again, the HMV thing, we played at HMV in Bury and Warrington, Manchester.
Oh, I think that's great, and it gets you around the country, doesn't it?
Yeah. So, you know, done okay, I guess, and played at a sort of more bigger venues, like a few festivals in the Northwest as well. So it was quite good.
Oh, I bet it's good. It must be a great feeling when you see the crowd getting into the music and dancing and enjoying themselves.
You know, because a few people I played an open mic night in Macclesfield, of all places, which I think was really sort of hard to get into, hard to get to play, and got accepted to play there, and played one of my songs off that Sunlight album. And people were sort of clapping along straight away. They didn't even know the song. Yeah.
Do you know what? And they probably really craved that music as well.
Yeah, I think they probably
did.
Yeah,
because you don't. I know they got channels on the radio and things like that, when not everybody has the chance to listen to the radio. But it's just nice to go and listen to good music for a change.
Yeah,
brings back memories, because every song's a memory. Isn't
it is, and again, my style is sort of that like 1980s synth pop type.
Yeah. I love the 80s.
Yeah.
Gary Newman.
Gary Newman,
I
was a big fan,
Oh, yeah, I loved him.
Yeah.
Oh my! We all used to dress up in the bomber suit. Do you remember
that?
He used to stand there like that, and he had these big eyes.
Yeah, there was a friend of ours.
Yeah, we all wore bomber suits. Yeah.
So it's that sort of music.
Yes.
That sort of style,
I love it.
and I guess a few people like it. It's just playing finding
people
the right sort
love
of thing.
it. It's just that you don't get the chance to hear it anywhere, which is great. That you actually bring that to the platform. You know. Yeah, they'll still turn out with the makeup on and the hairdos.
Oh, they do, yeah. A friend of ours is mad on Gary Newman.
Oh, yeah, I was a big fan. My sister was. She was really into, all the makeup, and we used to wear the bomber suits because that was a big thing there. I remember going to a party, Gary Newman party. One of the girls, she was just crazy about him. So you had to come dressed as him.
Yeah.
Do you remember those?
Yeah.
A serious look, and he's like this in the mic. Look at it,
Well, I think I sort of, after watching him for years, I think I sort of do a bit of that myself when I perform and things like that.
I bet he takes over, you know. That's like the alter ego, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm sure it is, because I'm sort of fairly quiet and shy and things like that generally, so it brings me out.
Well, and they say that with a lot of artists, like Michael Jackson, God bless him, he was very, very shy, wasn't he? But the minute he got on stage, there was a presence that you could never see before. It was amazing,
To be like that.
So you've got an alter ego.
I guess so, I think it is, really.
Yeah, you get it. Once you get on stage, that's it.
Yeah.
The fear's gone.
Yeah.
And you become another person.
Yeah, because I did a thing a while ago, so I was going to mention in Liverpool, because it's sort of quite difficult to get to play around here in Manchester because everyone wants guitar bands.
Yes.
But in Liverpool, I think it's got a long tradition of music and people performing. So I found it easy to play there.
Yeah.
And ended up playing at this sort of like an X Factor type thing.
Oh, wow.
But it was like a fundraiser.
Yes.
For like a homeless charity in Liverpool called the Whitechapel Centre. And so I was like, they were running workshops and sort of how to perform and social media. And you had to sell, try and sell tickets and raise money. But I learned a lot on what you were saying before about social media and everything. We've got loads of videos, loads of clips, loads of advice. And then it ended up with us playing at this big venue in Liverpool in front of 400 people.
Oh, wow.
So they're called Primal Live. And
I think I've heard of that.
Raising money, for this charity in Liverpool.
Yes. Oh,
so,
wow.
and we've ended up, playing in front of 400 people.
Yes.
But everyone sort of 18 or 20 of us. So it was young people, young people, old people playing, people who hadn't performed before.
Oh.
They all got up on stage, had 3 or 4 minutes.
Oh, that's nice.
In front of everybody, which was great.
3 minutes of fame.
Like the proper sound system, proper lights, and the whole thing. It was great. And then we sort of ended up. Somebody suggested, because that was only in October when we did it.
Yeah.
Somebody suggested, well, it's getting near Christmas, and there's a big group of us. Why don't we think about doing a song for Christmas?
Yeah.
And things. So we did. Like everyone got together, wrote bits. I missed out some of the workshops. I didn't really write any of the lyrics, but we ended up recording it in a studio in Liverpool, and it's competing, I guess, for Christmas number one, really. So
excellent, isn't it? Yeah, that's really good. Well, we need to hear you sing, Tim.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
So shall we get that set up? Perfect.
Brilliant.
Right. Oops. We are. Tim is live.
Hello.
Suck it to him, Tim.
Hello. This song I'm going to do, first of all, from a couple of songs. It's called Life. It's about homelessness and the situation people are in, and sort of a family got experience of this. And it's also out on Spotify and places like that, raising money for the Whitechapel Centre, homeless charity in Liverpool. So here we go. In 2023, over 157,000 households in England were assessed as homeless and were in need of help from the local authorities or charities. Many of these were helped. Never easy, but you always had a home. Had someone to depend on. No need to be alone. And life was full of questions. Desperation took a hold. You never got the answers and found yourself alone. This is the life. This is reality. This is some hope and not despair. Then life went round full circle. You found your world alone. Had family to rely on. Who took you in their home? This is a life. This is reality. It's just some hope and not despair.
We're seeing over 100 individuals every month, well over 100. You don't want to give someone emergency temporary accommodation. You want to give them a permanent, safe home.
People can't afford to pay the rent, can't afford to pay the bills.
Slept in the park for 2 nights, 3-4 nights.
I think it's going to get worse before it gets better. but it's got to get better. We've got to create change.
In March 2024, 117,000 households were in temporary accommodation, an increase of over 12% from March 2023. Many of those people will have to stay with family or friends. Thank you.
Oh, that was fabulous, Tim. Well done. And thank you very much for getting your message across. What a beautiful song. I love that so much. And I must thank you again for being on the show, on the Baby Girl Talk show, and definitely going to have you back. And the message you put out in that song was just beautiful. So thank you, and a Merry, Merry Christmas from Tim and myself, Tim Blackburn. Yay! Now, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Do you want to tell them about your social media as well, Tim?
Yeah, I'm on Instagram, Mistrust Music, and on YouTube with Mistrust Music, and I've got a website, mistrustmusic.co.uk. My music's on Spotify and pretty much everywhere else, so if you like it, just follow it and stream it and download it.
Oh, thank you so much, Tim. You're a star. Yay! Merry Christmas, everybody.